Very good morning. Financial Management Unit 2 Part 1 to be continued in this slideshow. Hope you completed the Part 1 first part. This is the Part 1 second part. Okay. We have been seeing factors affecting capital structure. So there are final 2 points which are left out that we will see now. Corporate tax rate. High rate of corporate taxes and profit compel the company to go for a debt financing. So when we go to debt financing, what happens? You deduct the interest, then you pay the tax. From earnings EBIT comes, what you do, you deduct interest for debenture, interest for loan whatsoever, then you pay the tax. So the tax level comes down, the amount of tax you pay comes down. If that is not the case, you pay FT of taxes. That is why when the company incurs high rate of corporate taxes, may prefer debt financing. On the other hand, if you don't have any debt financing, only equity financing you are having, if that is the case, dividend is not deductible expenses. Okay, so dividend is a owner's profit share, so it is not deductible or allowable expense for this purpose. So you are going to pay hefty taxes if that is the case. That's why we have a capital structure of debt equity mix. Legal requirements, sometimes government guidelines may restrict the capital structure framework. So capital structure and its factors are over. We'll see a small example to understand how in practical scenario a borrowing affects an organization. Let's see. So read the question. A company is having EBIT of rupees 12 lakhs. Its present borrowings are, so this is the company's earnings, correct? 11 percentage term loans 40 lakhs, that is 40 lakh rupees borrowed at 11% interest. Then borrowings from bank at 16 percentage rupees 33 lakhs, that is 33 lakh rupees borrowed at the rate of interest 16%. Public deposit 12%, 15 lakhs. Okay, the sale of the company are growing, and to support this company proposes to obtain an additional bank borrowing of 25 lakhs. Now the company is thinking about to go for a bank borrowing of 25 lakhs additional. Okay, what happens if I borrow 25 lakhs? EBIT is expected to increase 20 percentage, correct? EBIT is expected to increase 20 percentage. Whether the company has to go for a additional debt or not. If it's not going for additional debt, it is continuing with the existing structure. Okay, let us see. For this, you need to find out interest coverage ratio. So interest coverage ratio before additional borrowing and after additional borrowing. So this is before additional borrowing, that is present interest coverage ratio. What is the formula? EBIT divided by fixed interest charge. What is EBIT? 12 lakhs given in the problem. So 12 lakhs directly taken in this place, correct? Okay. Divided by fixed interest charge. Okay, how much interest you are going to pay for debenture, bank loan, whatsoever. For term loans, 40 lakhs at 11%, 4.4 lakhs. And borrowings, 33 lakhs at 16%, 5.28. On public deposits, 15 lakhs at 12% is 1.8. So put together, the company is going to pay the total interest of 11.48 lakhs. So 12 divided by 11.48 lakh is equal to 1.045. That is interest coverage ratio. Looks like a favorable question. Not the most favorable, but favorable position. At least your earnings are capable of settling of the interest. Clear up to this point? And you are going to calculate the same, that is after additional funds are obtained. In case I take this 25 lakhs extra, I take this 25 lakhs extra borrowing from the bank. What do I get? 20% increase in the EBIT. What is the existing EBIT? 12 lakhs. So 12 lakhs plus 20% of 12 lakhs is 14.40 lakhs. So this is new EBIT after borrowing. Okay. So what are the fixed charges? 40 lakhs at 11%, 4.4. Already bank borrowing 33 lakhs in the previous problem, plus 25 lakhs is the new additional borrowing. So totally 58 lakhs. 58 lakhs at 16%, that is 9.28. And public deposits, that is same, 15 lakhs, that is 12%, 1.8. So total interest this company is going to pay is 15.48 lakhs, but the company's total earning itself 14.40 lakhs. It means the company is going on deficit and is going to borrow. If you are taking this 25 lakhs inside for 20% increase in sales, you are going to make a loss. So this is the one of the key indicator before going for a loan. This indicator you need to check what is my present interest coverage ratio, what is my future interest coverage ratio. Okay, if the future interest coverage ratio is more than the present ratio, you can go for it. It is less, so you should not go for it. See, and also you should look at the word comment. So in financial management, all the problems ask you to comment. So be ready for that. You should understand like this and write a comment so that you'll get marks. Just like your financial management and management accounting, don't blindly leave the answers. It won't give you any good marks. Always they will look at the comment. They will give you marks. As a manager, you should suggest the company whether to go for a proposal or not. Right? That's what the finance manager job is all about. You need to advise the company on all aspects of finance. Now see, this is the comment. By raising additional funds from bank borrowings, the interest coverage ratio falls from 1.045 to 0.93. The company may face difficulties in near times to pay even interest on loans since the proposal is not sound and rejected. Clear up to this point? Okay, capital structure chart. How capital structure is working or the process of capital structuring. First of all, you should make the investment decision, which how much amount is needed. That is investment decision. Next, you go for financing decision. What are the different source of funds to get money to invest in the scheme? Then decide the capital structure. When you decide the capital structure, think about two things. One is debt equity mix. Another one is dividend decisions. Okay. So debt equity mix will give you financial leverage. Again, when you are determining debt equity mix, think about earnings per share and risk associated with it. Okay, when you think about risk, you think about cost of capital. Always high risk, high return, medium risk, medium return, low risk and low return. Finally, all the activities of the firm should end in maximizing the value of the firm. Got it? And this investment decision, financing decision, dividend decision, you could have studied in the unit number 1. And in this unit, we have explained all other things. Okay, thanks for listening. Any queries, you can reach me on call or WhatsApp. This is my number. Have a good day.